So listen, I've been sitting here almost daily trying to figure out how to do these videos. Not even trying to figure it out, but just like working through, doing one after the other. And one thing I realize is that a lot of the moments that I do have realization where I'm talking to myself and just getting better moments of understanding and acceptance. We're just working through things, that if I'm really going to be doing some type of a video series talking about this kind of thing, I don't know, just a few videos as I go through it, it should be best if I, start the camera while I'm going through it, but it doesn't happen like that. So now after like the 20th try, I'm here trying to talk about something that it's about death and accepting it and understanding it for my life. For a long time, I've accepted death. Actually, let me go to the very beginning. When I was a young child, I was afraid of death. I understood death like I understood a lot of things because I was there for a lot of things very early in my life. I understood the concept of death and I knew how real it was. And I was afraid of it. And that makes sense, I guess, a kid being afraid of death, but eventually, over time, like I grew to accept it, especially as deaths would come, as people would die. The more often, the more you accept it and deal with it and and move on. And when I became a teenager, I really understood and accepted that death could come at any time, probably from violent means or not. It could be totally accidental. It could be a car accident. It could be me getting ran over. I don't know. It could just be fucking anything. Slip and fall and hit your head. And you one and done. That's it. It's all possible. And I accepted all of that. But now it's a different kind of acceptance. It's not just a decision that's made for me. This isn't something that this is planned. There is a date, there's a time limit that I've set for myself, or I don't want to say a time limit really, but I'm just planning it. I'm making the decision. I'm making the choice, and really, I'm blessed that I have that opportunity. I feel like maybe through the good things that I've done, that I've been blessed with this opportunity and approval from God. And I feel blessed that for a long time I battled depression and suicidal thoughts really since a young child. I've had it nearly all of my life. And I apologize. When the pain surges and it gets bad, and it's often like that, I can lose my train of thought. So back onto it. I have been dealing with depression and suicidal thoughts for the majority of my life, and this time it's different. Before and for especially these last few years, I've really I really wanted to live, even though I was feeling so down, feeling that I didn't want to live anymore. There was deep down inside of me, I really did want to continue living. I still felt like I wanted to try. And these last 4, 5 years have really have been given to me. Maybe I've earned this, I don't know. Maybe it was just given to me. Maybe I was just blessed with it. But I was blessed with life when God knew that past the age of 19, it was just going to be the majority of suffering and pain, hurt, loss, mental and physical struggle. But without me saying it, without me outright asking for it, I was given life. And I'm very happy that I was given that. Because I still wanted a shot. I felt like I could. Maybe if I was more successful one day, then I would be able to hire better medical professionals, people who wouldn't, doctors who wouldn't judge or care about, or who didn't judge and just like wouldn't care, just throw you to the side and, okay, oh, you're in and out the door type of thing, at least I'll have enough money to wave around for them to pay me enough attention to actually help me. That day never came. And that was always going to be the case, I tried for it. My mother tried for it. It just never happened, and this was always going to be my fate. I was always going to be the guy who could have been, the guy who had a lot of potential, but it would just never completely realize, completely materialize. It just wasn't gonna happen. We all have our own like little tropes. We character tropes that we fall into. You can look at celebrities. Even it's just funny how they're the same old theme, the same type of character arcs, character story that you've heard, in the oldest stories, This one is mine. I like to think that I made it a little unique, I don't know, maybe that's just me feeling special, because we all like to think that we're special in some type of way, but we're also similar to each other. But I don't know, I've accepted this whole thing, especially as the day gets closer. I've had a lot of time and to think, to find acceptance, and I'm going to be looking forward to the peace and the rest. But I really worry about my mother and if she'll be okay. If you can support, if you can help, please donate. You don't have to listen to my music. You don't have to watch these videos. If you feel like you've, I don't know, gotten anything from this, been entertained at least, laughed at it, mocked it, whatever you like, just whatever. If you felt anything, please go donate. You can look in the description for ways how to do that, and or comments left by anybody who may be running the account. And thank you if you do. That's what I worry about the most. I'm not really too worried about what comes after, although the truth is, it could just all be unreal. Could all be fake. I grew up Catholic, so I believe in God and Jesus Christ and the stories and stuff. But to be honest, man, as the realist in me, as I've grown older, it's hard to believe those kind of stories. Especially when you know how often that history history and stories can be exaggerated or just made up out of thin air. Made up of people's imaginations. And who's to say that what we follow isn't just the imaginations of somebody, some people. But I really do hope that there is a heaven for me, for all of us, even if it's our own personal heaven, which is, I think, a cool concept. And I think I actually got it from Family Guy, or no, American Dad. They had this episode where each of the characters had their own personal heaven, and you would go and see each one and what it was like, or at least a few of them. And I think that's really when I realized that maybe heaven is like that, or really thought like, hey, maybe that is it. It makes sense, We all have our own wants, our own personal ideal heaven in mind. I guess I really just hope that that's true, and if not, then it's just like general heaven. I can't go into the VIP. Damn. I'm eating outside the pearly gates. I can't even get in. Type shit. Yeah, I don't know. Either way, I really just hope that I have that my soul is at peace. It's rest, and I have joy and happiness and good things to look forward to after it's all said and done. And I think no matter what we believe, or if we don't believe anything at all, especially if you don't believe anything at all, you still want there to be something good at the end of the road. You would prefer it to be that way. I know I do. That's about it, though. Again, if you can support, you can look in the description or the comments. If you have been watching this so far, I'd like to say thank you, I guess. And why the fuck are you watching this? Alright. Peace.